Hello and welcome to Zen English Podcast. Did you know that the word water can sound completely different depending on which side of the Atlantic you re on? In the UK, we might say wo-th, but in the US, it's often water. It's the same word, same meaning, but a totally different sound. It's these little differences that can sometimes cause confusion, but don't worry, they also make English a beautifully diverse language. I'm your friendly British teacher, and today, we're going on a fascinating journey to explore the key pronunciation differences between British and American English. Understanding these variations isn't just about sounding more native. It's about improving your listening skills, boosting your confidence, and communicating more effectively with people from all over the world. Whether you're planning a trip to London, chatting with American colleagues online, or just want to level up your English, this guide is for you. We'll break it down into easy, manageable chunks, so grab a cup of tea and let's get started. First up, let's talk about the letter T. This little letter is a big giveaway. In British English, especially in the South, we love a crisp, clear T sound. Think of words like better, water, and city. You can hear that T quite distinctly. But in many American accents, this T often transforms into a soft D sound, which linguists call a flap T. So, better becomes better, water becomes water, and city sounds like city. It's a much softer, quicker sound. Let's practice together. I'll say the British version first, then leave a pause for you to try the American one. Ready? Better. Your turn. Water. Your turn. City. Your turn. Great job. Of course, there are exceptions. In London, for example, you might hear a glottal stop, where the T sound is cut off in the throat, so water becomes woa. But for today, let's focus on that classic crisp British T versus the American flap T. A common mistake for learners is using one style inconsistently, which can sound a bit unnatural. The key is to listen carefully and become aware of which two you're rehearing and which one you want to use. Now, let's move on to another major player, the letter R. This is what we call a rhotic versus non-rhotic difference. American English is rhotic, which means the R is pronounced wherever it's written. So, in words like car, park, and hard, you can clearly hear that R sound at the end. It's strong and present. In contrast, most accents in England are non-rhotic. We only pronounce the R if it's followed by a vowel sound, so we say ka, pak, and had. The R is silent unless it links to another word, like in the car is red. Hear that? Car is. That R suddenly appears to link the two words. Let's try some. I'll say the American version first this time with the strong R, car. Now the British, ka, park. Now the British, pak, hard. Now the British, had. It feels quite different, doesn't it? This is one of the most noticeable distinctions, and it really affects the whole rhythm and melody of the language. Getting this right will make a huge difference to your accent. Remember, in the UK, the R at the end of a word is usually silent. Next, let's dive into some vowels. The A sound, especially in words like bath, path, and laugh, is a classic divider. In Southern British English, we use a long, open sound. Think of the sound you make when the doctor asks you to open your mouth and say, ah. So, it's bath, path, laugh. It's a very relaxed, back-of-the-mouth sound. In contrast, most American accents use a short, flat A sound, the same one you hear in the word cat. So for them, it's bath, path, laugh. It's a much brighter, more forward sound. This is a huge difference, isn't it? Let's practice this one. I'll say the American version. Then you can try the British one, bath. Your turn with the British. Ah, path. Your turn. Laugh. Your turn. Fantastic. This is a feature that really separates standard British English from general American. If you're aiming for a British accent, lengthening this A sound in these specific words is a brilliant trick to practice. Another vowel that changes quite a bit is the O sound in words like hot, stop, and rock. In American English, this is typically a very open ah sound, similar to the one we just discussed for bath. So, you'll hear hot, stop, rock. It's a wide open sound. But in British English, we make a much shorter, more rounded sound with our lips. It's an O sound, so we say hot, stop, rock. Can you hear the difference? My lips are more rounded. Let's do a little practice round. I'll say the British O sound, then you can try the American ah sound. Ready? Hot, your turn. Stop, your turn. Rock, your turn. It's subtle, but it's there. This is why a word like coffee sounds like coffee in the US and coffee in the UK. Being aware of how you shape your lips for this vowel can really refine your pronunciation. It's all in the details. Okay, time for a little dialogue demonstration. I want you to listen carefully to a short conversation. I'll read both parts, switching between a British and an American accent. See if you can spot all the differences we've just talked about, the T, the R, and the vowels. Here we go. American speaker. Hey, do you want to get a bottle of water? I can't start my day without coffee. British speaker. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's stop at that little shop on the corner. It's better than the one in the park. American speaker. Sure. After that, we have to finish our art project. It's harder than I thought. British speaker. I know. I was working on it in the bath last night. My flatmate thought I was mad. Did you hear them? Let's break it down. The American speaker said water and coffee, using that flap T and the open ah vowel. They also pronounced the R in start and corner. The British speaker, on the other hand, said wo tai with a crisp D and bet ah. They didn't pronounce the R in park or harder, and they used that long ah sound in bath and flatmate. Listening to conversations like this is one of the best ways to train your ear. You start to notice these patterns naturally over time. Why not try reading the dialogue out loud yourself? Pick an accent and give it a go. So to quickly recap, we've looked at 4 key differences today. First, the T sound. The crisp British versus the soft American flap T, which sounds like a D. Second, the R sound. The strong American R versus the silent British R at the end of words. Third, the A vowel in words like bath, which is a long A in Britain and a short A in America. And finally, the O vowel in words like hot, which is a short, rounded O in Britain and an open ah in America. Of course, this is just the beginning. There are many more subtle differences in rhythm, intonation, and vocabulary. But mastering these 4 will give you a fantastic foundation for understanding and being understood, no matter who you're talking to. The most important thing is to be clear and confident. There's no better accent, just different ones. The goal is communication. Thank you so much for joining me today on Zen English Podcast. I hope you found this guide helpful and feel a little more confident about telling your toms from your tomatoes. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more lessons on mastering the English language. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which pronunciation difference do you find the most difficult? Or is there a topic you'd like me to cover next? Let me know. Keep practicing, keep listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.